So see here today we are going to study a first lab exercise. Okay. So this is the question which is written. This is a part A. The question is write a program to interchange the values of two variables. So we want to interchange the values of two variables in the sense. Suppose now A value is say 10 and B value is just say 20. So after processing, the A value should be replaced to 20 and B value should get more 10 here. That is called interchange of two values here. So interchanging of values, interchanging of two variables values, that is exchanging the values between A to B and B to A here. So there are two cases are there using third variable, that is nothing but two variables are there for exchanging the values and one more variable required for that, that is a third variable, and without using a third variable. So see the question, write a program to interchange the values of two variables using third variable or without using third variable. So two programs to write using a third variable, that is one case, and without using third variable, that is another case. See the logic first behind this program. So interchange is nothing but exchanging of the numbers here. So this is the logic of your first question, that is using third variable. So say for example input A equal to 10 and B equal to 20. So we have taken A value is 10 and B value is what here 20. Now this is the process is there. So what is the process? We have taken third variable, say temp. So temp is a temporary variable. Temp is nothing but what here? Temporary variable. So third variable name is temp here. So what is the process? In temp we are storing the A value. So temp will be getting which value? A value. So what is A value is there? We have taken A value as 10. So temp equal to A and A value is what 10. So temp becomes 10 here. So see here I have shown that is temp becomes 10 here because A value got stored in temp. Then next process what is there here? A equal to B means B value we are assigning to the A. What is B value? 20. So A equal to B equal to 20. 20 value will be assigned to A. So that is A becomes now 20. And then we taken third step, that is B equal to temp. Means what? Temp value we are assigning to B. So B equal to temp. What is temp value I got at the first level or first step? 10. That 10 value will be located or will be stored in a B. So we have shown here arrow marks here. So temp value which is temporarily, which value is there? 10 number is there. That value will be getting stored in B. Now see here, A we have got 20. See here, A we have got 20 and now B we have got what 10 years. So see here after this iteration or you can say after these steps we have got the A value is 20 and B value is 10 years. So see here at the beginning A value was 10 is there and B value is 20 is there, but now after doing a process A becomes 20 and B becomes 10 here. I'll repeat once again, just see here input A equal to 10 and B equal to 20 we have taken. Temp equal to A. This is the first formula we can say, our first process. We are assigning A value to temp here. So A is how much given? 10 here. We have taken A value is 10. So 10 value will be assigned to temp. So temp becomes here now 10. So temporarily A value and temp value are same because temp is also 10 and A is also 10 here. Now we are assigned A equal to B means B value will be assigned to A. So A value got changed. So what is B value is here? 20. So 20 is assigned to A. Now A value got changed 20. Now temp is 10. A becomes 20. Now we are written third step, that is B equal to temp means temp value we are assigning to B. But temp value what you have got here 10. So that 10 value will be assigned to B. So B is equal to temp, that is nothing but B equal to now 10. Now see here in second step A becomes 20 and B becomes 10. So if I display the result, the values got changed. So A was 10 and B was 20. Now A becomes 20 and B becomes 10 here. That is called swapping of two numbers or interchanging of two numbers or exchanging of two numbers using third variable. So third variable you are taken as a temp here. So this is the logic behind this program. Now we have to write down the actual program. So still we have not started with the C++ editor. I am using in a Word only. So I am typing the program in Word to tell you the logic behind that program. Then we will implement actually on C++ editor. So what all required already discussed in a previous session, that is we require a header file. So these are my header files. So hash include iostream.h. So hash is called a preprocessor directive. Preprocessor directive means what? Already defined files. Already some files are defined which are using in your program, which will be worked with your program. So some files are already defined under the file name iostream.h. H stands for header file. H is what here? Header file. So this is called input output stream. So input operator, output operator, and stream. Stream is nothing but flow. Okay. So input output stream dot h, that is input output stream header file here. Then we are using one more header file, that is hash include. Include is nothing but we are including those header files functions in your program. So hash include iomanip.h, that is input output manipulation.h. Whenever you want to modify, whenever you want to give in a proper way your output, that time we require iomanip.h, that is input output manipulation header file. Then we're using third header file, that is hash include conio.h, that is console input output header file here. So whenever you want to clear the output, okay, suppose one program is already done and that program's output is there on output screen, that output you want to delete, earlier program's output you want to clear or delete, that time you're using conio.h header file, because in that header file one function is defined. That function is called clr function, that is clear screen function. So whichever functions you are using in the program, for that purpose we require here header files here. Now your actual program will start from here, that is void main function. So now what is void here? Void is nothing, is what is the meaning of void here? We are not returning, that is compiler is not returning any value back. Compiler is not returning any value back. That is called void. Void is a data type. So whenever you don't want to return, whenever compiler doesn't want to return any value, that time we are using void main function. Suppose if I remove here void word and if I write only main function, then by default it will take as an integer return type function, integer return type value. So we don't want to return any value. So for that purpose, we have to use always here what? Void as a keyword, okay, or void as a word. Now void main function, after main function, all you declare or I have discussed in a previous session that after declaration of main function, you have to declare what kind of variables you are using in the program here. Which type of variables are required for your program, that you are declaring here. So it is called declaration of variables here. So this statement is called declaration of variables. Declaration of variables. So here we are declaring a suitable variables as per the requirement of program. So by seeing the logic, you will understood we require two values here, say two variables, and one is a third variable, that is temporary variable. So here A, B, temp here. So A and B is my input variables as well as A and B are my output variables, and temp is my temporary variable because it is mentioned in question. Write the program using a third variable. So third variable is nothing but here temp. So you can use any variable name here. I have used AB temp. If you want, you can take XY, you can take XYZ, any suitable alphabets you can take, okay, and you can write down the program. It is not necessary that you have to use here AB and temp only. You can write XYZ also. Z is the third variable, XY is your first two variables here. Then see here CLR function, it is used to clear the screen. So this function is worked for clear the screen, to clear a screen. So this function is used to clear your earlier program's output. So you want say output window without any other output. So that time you have to use CLRSL function. So if I use CLRSL function after declaration of variables, then earlier program's output will be get deleted and you will get a new window for the output here for the new program here. That is the use of CLRSL function. Then now declaration of variable is over. Now we want to declare here input. Okay, so we want to input variables here. So this line is indicating input values. This is input values. So what we want to input here, we want to input two values here. So to input those two values here, so first we want the heading for that input. So heading is written in a cout statement. Cout is nothing but console output. Okay, to display anything on a screen, we require a cout. It is called the insertion operator. This is the insertion, or you can say console output operator. So we have to use this operator. See here, you can see here greater than less than sign is there. So less than sign is nothing but here this is called insertion operator. This operator is called insertion operator. So insertion operator will come with your cout. So cout insertion operator, where we are written the statement enter two numbers here. Means when we'll run the program, that time we should know what to do with the program here. So this heading itself will define we want to enter two numbers here. So only here written in cout, enter two numbers here. So once you are written this output statement, that is enter two numbers, then we are writing here input statement. We want to input here values. So how many values you want to input? Two values you want to input. So this is your extraction operator, which is written greater than sign. We want to input two values here, so we are written two times what extraction operator. So how we are written cin, this is called console input, this is the extraction operator a, one more extraction operator, and then b here. So we are inputting two values, so we are written here two times extraction operator. So this greater than sign, whatever is there, that is called extraction operator here. Then once this is over, we want to display the result before interchanging what are the A and B values, and after the processing what are the A and B values here. So this is my display statement is there. Cout before interchanging what is A value and after interchanging what is A value. So this statement indicates before interchanging, okay, before interchanging what is the values of A and B here, before interchanging what is the value of A and B here. So how we are written the statement cout before interchanging A equal to. So this statement will be displayed on output screen. So whatever you are writing within double quote sign, that is your output. Okay, that will be displayed on the screen here. So what you are writing in double quote, the same will appear on your output screen here. And this A, which I have written here, just here, this A is nothing but your output it's showing. Now, for example, I have taken A equal to 10, so it will print on screen before interchanging A equal to 10. So why it is printing 10? Because I have written here only A without double quote here. Suppose if I included here also double quote, so instead of printing value, it will print directly alphabet A here. So we don't want to print A, we want to print that actual value. So without double quote, if you return, so that value will be get printed there. Same here, double quote slash t b equal to j. So slash t means what? It should give the space between a value and b value. So slash t stands for tab. Tab is nothing but space between two numbers here. So space between your first number, that is a, and space after, that is not a before b, that is between a and b, the space will be provided here because of slash t. So slash t equal to b, so that is b equal to, that will be printed on screen. So a equal to some value and b equal to b value. End line. So end line means what? Control should go to the new line, that is called end line. ENDL stands for end line. The control should go to the new line. This ENDL function is already defined in iomanip.h here. So when you're using ENDL function, iomanip.h header file should be included in your program here. So if you not included this header file, then you will get a error message here that this ENDL function is not defined. So ENDL should be declared whenever you are declaring, that time it should be declared with your header file iomanip.h. So inline function is deal with your iomanip.h. Cin and cout will be coming through your iostream.h. This is a stream insertion and extraction operator is there. So iostream contains cin and cout. And clrsr function will be defined in conio.h. clrsr function where it is defined in conio.h. Now see the same process which we have done in the logic, the same process I have taken here. So see here, temp equal to A equal to B, and B equal to temp. So this is my process is there. First step is temp equal to A, second step is A equal to B, and third step is what? B equal to temp. So now same process where written temp equal to A equal to B, and B equal to temp. So same process we have done here, that is temp equal to A equal to B, and B equal to temp here. So same way here, the what logic I explained, the same way it will perform here, and it will interchange. A value will become B value, and B value will become A value here. And that value will be displayed again. So this is called the output statement. So this is my input, this is my process, these three lines are my process from temp A equal to B equal to temp, this is my process. And after process, I want to display the result. So cout after interchanging what is A value and B value, and then getch. Getch is used to display your input screen or output screen together here. That is the use of getch, and that getch function also defined in third header file, that is conio.h here. Now, this program we are written on Word here, but actually this program should be written on C++ editor here. So before going to C++ editor, I'll tell you what are the steps required while writing the program here. So just here down, okay, all of you remember or note down, to execute the above program or any program, you have to open a TCC editor and type the code. So how we are written the code, the same way you have to type that code on a TCC editor. Once the code is completed, you have to save your file, because file location or path required for your file or location required to execute that file. To save the file, press key F2. You have to press a key F2 from your keyboard or through your keyboard to save your file here. It will ask the file name. So while giving the file name, okay, remember you have to give in such a way that it should be understandable which program you are writing. So now we are writing today say first program here, that is 1A program, because in first program two sections are there, 1A and 1B, with a third variable and without third variable. So lab 1A, that is my first program from the first program A section or A program, you can say, with the third variable. So lab 1A underscore, I will give my roll number, so it will be easy to understand this is my file, okay, with the first program here. So lab 1A underscore roll number dot cpp. So dot cpp is the extension, okay, dot c plus plus is the extension. You have to give that dot cpp as an extension because you are writing c plus plus file. Now after saving the file, after typing the entire code in the editor, we have to compile that file. Compile is nothing but converting from the plain English text, or you can say source code, to the object code here. Object code is nothing but called a machine level language. Or to check the errors, also we want to compile the file here. So how to compile the file? We have to press a shortcut key as Alt plus F9. Means Alt and F9 you have to press together to compile the program. Suppose there are no errors at all in your program, there are not a single error in your program, there is not a mistake or single mistake in your program, then it will give a successful compilation. And once you will get a successful, then you can run that file. To run that file, we have to press a shortcut key as Control plus F9. That is Control and F9 you have to press together. It will run your program and it will open the output window here, where you want to insert the values, and then you will get the output on that screen here. So these are the steps. So remember, you have to open a TCC editor, you have to type the code, you have to give the file name, suitable file name, then you have to compile to check the errors. If there are no errors, then you have to go for the execution of the